I think maybe VEC Esports kind of underestimated them a little bit. We'll see if I can get that up. But yeah, they did pick the Alchemist yesterday, Alchemist Lich, I think, and a Zeus as well. And the Alchemist just didn't get the farm he needed. So we see here some fairly standard bans. Batrider, Enchantress maybe isn't as strong as she used to be pre 6.87, but Batrider is certainly very strong. Bounty Hunter is fairly common. I'm not sure about the Alchemist. I assume that may be. I've seen this a few times recently. I assume it may be specific to this team, Evernova. Maybe they know something. Maybe not, but that's being banned out. I've seen the Nature's Prophet here, which I think Fogged plays quite a lot for VEC, so that's come out here. Capitalist Fame Tusk. And for the Dire, we've seen the Doom, which is a really nice pickup. I think it's a really strong hero. They'll probably play it as a 4 position. He's been really strong, I think, obviously ever since Puppy kind of pioneered that at the Shanghai Major. I think that's been a really strong pickup. Definitely tier 1 or maybe tier 2 pickup for the Dire there. So not sure who we'll see next. Maybe the Venge, maybe the Lich. Those are two of the kind of top support picks. They might look to get something different, obviously. If they're not looking to play the Doom on the off lane, maybe they'll look to get maybe something else they think is strong right now. Let's see if I can get up the game from yesterday. Yesterday they did play a really good Earth Spirit. I remember watching that now. So that might come out next. That would be a really good pickup. Ooh, Witch Doctor. Interesting. He's definitely a very good hero. I think we've seen him a lot when comboed with Big Lockdown, like with the Void. But I think either way, his Death Ward is very strong, and he gives a lot of sustain with his Voodoo Restoration. So I think it's a good hero right now. Beastmaster, that's definitely top tier. Fairly standard ban coming out. So they haven't really obviously shown a strategy here from either teams. These are both kind of top tier. Well, these are kind of more comfort picks, I think, for VEC, but fairly top tier picks nonetheless. Maybe these two are like tier 2. But the new Warriors kick, I think, is pretty strong for Tusk if you can manage to get an axe together.
Reserve time.
Taking a long time about it. If we'll see the Storm Spirit ban. Got to ban out Blitz. You can't let him get away with that.
Radiant team ban.
A Death Prophet. That's it's a pretty strong hero right now. Even with the Spirit Siphon nerfs in the last patch, I think she's in a pretty good place. Since Invoker. Get another hero was nerfed for the last patch. I think some of this might be, haven't seen enough really top tier pro games to know what the meta really is. I've seen Invoker picked quite a lot, but I'm not sure he's quite as good as he used to be.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
It's a respect ban with the Storm Spirit coming out. I'm not sure they would pick it up. I don't think he's in a very good place right now. But ban comes out anyway for Evernova. I think we might see something else come out, like a Puck or something for Blitz. I realize he doesn't play it very much, but I think it's quite a strong hero right now.
Hey Morty, guess what time it is? I don't know, Rick, what is it? It's reserve time!
So let's just wait and see what the guy's going to pick up. We obviously need some carries. Neither team has one. We could easily see a Slark come out here for VEC Esports. Like he's so strong right now with the buffs to Silver's. Well, from his point of view, the buffs to Silver Edge. Scuddy's easier to get. Basher is a little bit cheaper as well. Definitely in a good place. The Echo Saber is not a bad item on him as well. It a little bit in pubs. It's devastating. I'm having to think about it a little bit. Doesn't match. Well, it combos pretty well with the Nature's Prophet and the Tusk actually. Lion. So that'll be Purge almost certainly playing the Lion there. So that's probably their support duo out with Tusk and Lion. That's what we've normally seen. Leaves Malini and Blitz's heroes yet to come. I see they're playing mid and safe lane. So let's see what we see here. Maybe the Venge comes out now. Quite nice with the Witch Doctor actually. The Wave of Terror obviously kind of buffs his ulti even more, and it's already one of the strongest kind of support ultis in the game. So it's also a very strong hero right now. The Venge does so much work. Yeah, you can always have an Alpha Wolf aura with the Doom as well, and that Vlad's that he. So. It's a bonus damage on top of the Vengeance aura. Time with this pick. Deep into the reserve time here. I'm not sure we've seen anything particularly from VEC that should surprise them. These are all fairly standard picks. Particularly guys that are playing. It's not like when you've got Blitz and Malini on your team that you can sneak things past Evernova. They're going to know what these guys have been playing. Yeah, we see the Faceless Void come out. He doesn't combo that well with the Doom, obviously, unless he gets a really good chrono. The Doom's not going to be able to get to the heroes that are trapped inside, but the Witch Doctor ulti is just a natural combo. The only thing here is I'm surprised they didn't take the Venge first. Maybe they were worried that VEC were going to take the Venge, but the Venge obviously is a really nice counter to the Void. Combos well with the Witch Doctor. I suppose they're just assuming that the VEC can't take it here, which is probably true. Maybe they're thinking about whether they can. They could always play like a super greedy Illidan style carry Venge. I'd like to see a little bit of that. I don't think there's enough carry. Oh, the Phantom Lance. Okay. Saw Malini play this once or twice yesterday actually. I think Phantom Lancer can be really strong. It's, he's very farm dependent, which is the issue, but if he gets if he gets up to that Skadi sort of 35 minutes in, if he has that Skadi, then he is nigh unkillable, and they don't yet have a natural counter in. His illusions kind of mess with the Witch Doctor as well, which is really nice. So might have to see an Earthshaker come. I don't. They can't really. Yeah. Ember Spirit, which again doesn't combo with the Faceless Void. They've kind of been trapped in a little bit of a corner with this draft actually. They've taken what you would assume is the two supports and the offlaner. So the Ember Spirit comes out, but it's leaving them in a tricky place to make the best use of this chrono. I mean, unless we see something come out, maybe like a sniper or something. Not really sure what they can do. I suppose they could run the Ember Spirit safe lane and maybe pick up a Zeus or something. A Gyrocopter's not too bad either. Yeah, VC obviously think that they're waiting on a mid laner. They ban out the puck. We're definitely missing a mid laner here for VEC, so I think they'll see what would be good here. Sure, the puck would have been good for them actually, I think. Maybe the Queen of Pain. Blitz has been playing that a bit. Looks reasonably well. They don't have... Well, I suppose they have the Doom, which kind of shuts the Pain down quite a lot. 4 seconds to make a decision, so yeah, it's the Queen of Pain ban. So let's see what they do pick. These guys probably need a mid laner, but it's tough to see what they can pick up. Maybe a Wind Ranger, I suppose. The combos reasonably well with a Faceless Void.
There's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Magnus. So they've kind of really gone all in on this Ember. At least the Faceless Void a little bit out on his own, I think. I mean, the Empower on the Ember is going to do really nicely against this Phantom Lancer. I completely agree with that, but it does mean the Faceless Void has very little synergy with, 3/5 of their heroes. He doesn't really do any work in Chronosphere himself. It's just going to be this Death Ward that's going to be able to do anything. I'm not sure if we're going to see any hard counters come here. Let's probably not going to pick up another carry. I mean, it could be something like a Viper that comes out. It's going to really shut down that Magnus in lane. TA is still available. Conker's still available. They're both quite strong heroes, but maybe a little bit greedy with the Phantom Lancer. It's the Wind Ranger that I mentioned earlier. That's quite a good hero. Haven't seen Blitz play too much of her, but I'm sure he's going to do fine. Otherwise, it's fairly standard pickups from the Radiant heroes. Capitalist is obviously going to play this Tusk, kind of his signature hero, along with the Abaddon. So just waiting for the game. Hopefully, we won't have the customary pause. No, they all seem. Well, no, they all seem to have connected successfully, which is always good to see. So I'll start by introducing the heroes. So.
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing around. Relax, Morty.
Oh no, that's the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Or Azrael. My mistake earlier. So we have Blitz playing mid on the Wind Ranger. We have Fogged playing in the off lane with the Nature's Prophet. Capitalist playing on the Tusk. Purge playing Lion, and Malini playing safe lane on the Phantom Lancer. And on the Dire side, we have Derp playing the Witch Doctor, so that'll be support. We have a support Doom from Metro Boomin. We have Let Me Go playing the Ember Spirit, so I think, I'm not sure, I assume he's safe lane. We have yet to see. We have Ho OK playing the Faceless Void. He's going to be in the off lane, I expect. Saying that, he's standing in the safe lane, so maybe they're going to mix up these lanes a little bit. We have, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Looking for a hug? I can't remember what this one's called. And he's playing the Magnus, so just going to see how they're going to lane this. There's not going to be any serious fights coming in for the level, the minute 0 rune. It does look like the Ember Spirit's going to go mid based on his build. He's got the Poor Man's Shield up and a couple of tangos, which is what you normally see. They're putting the Void in safe lane, but it doesn't look like he's going to get any support. So they're going to dual lane in the off lane here. The Magnus and the Witch Doctor, this is quite interesting. Makes sense, actually. I'm not sure. The Void's not going to get that much farm against this Nature's Prophet, but maybe they're happier getting the Blink Dagger up on the Magnus. I don't know, actually, why they've done this. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how well this works out as it goes along. So some nice harass coming out here in the mid lane from Blitz. It's just I think he has a reasonably easy time against this Ember Spirit. He doesn't have a particularly easy way until later of kind of popping that Flame Guard out of the Witch Doctor's rotated top. That makes more sense. Okay. Because the power shot's kind of a bit crap until level 2, level 3. So this is gonna just kind of run out the full duration, I expect. But he has an easy way of getting away from the Ember Spirit, so he's not gonna have problems. And Magnus is here in the off lane. He has got level 2, so the Witch Doctor just helped him to secure that there, and he's gonna try and pull this. But Tusk's seen it coming. Yeah, they're gonna be able to easily disrupt that there. Comes to nothing for the Magnus. He's not gonna be able to get any experience off of this. So we're going to have to see if he looks to pick up an Iron Talon and kind of retreat to the jungle, or whether he sticks around, tries to keep the supports there and leech some XP. He's off looking for the minute rune, it looks like. Meanwhile in top lane, Doom is just jungling up a bit. He's just saving 1 point. He's obviously got the Devour up. Magnus isn't even going to get this 2-minute rune. He's going to be zoned out by the Tusk. Meanwhile on mid, Blitz is already kind of forced a salve out. So he had to TP the salve in as well, which isn't what you want to see. So done nicely there to force that salve out from the Ember Spirit. Very good, good lane there. So if we look at the last hits, yeah, he's ahead by 3. It's not that big of a lead, but it's pretty decent. I'm sure we'll see that lead kind of increasing as it goes along. There's a DD on his Tusk, so this Magnus is. I have to be really careful. If he gets picked off here. Sure what that was about. It wasn't a pull or a stack, but if he gets caught here, then he's going to go down reasonably quickly to this Tusk. They obviously have quite a good catch with this line as well. Just Tusk is just struggling to get some levels though at the moment. He's just going to leech it out, I think. This lane and then maybe Tate. See if he can get something mid. Meanwhile in top lane, Void's leading the last hits here, which is really good. He obviously started on his own. Fogged hasn't been able to get any advantage with his Nature's Prophet, but he is getting his levels. So this is kind of going fine. It's fine with if you're getting your levels, that's what you want as your offlaner. So it's doing nicely. It'll be interesting to see if the Void with this safe lane farm goes for something other than one of the classic Vlad's power treads that we've been seeing. You might go the kind of Radiance build, maybe get an Echo Saber up, something we've seen out of Wagamama on his stream recently. Meanwhile on mid lane, just laning reasonably happily. He's starting him out here with the Flame Guard. They're going to try and get behind him. They do have level 2 now on the Tusk, so they have, looks like, will that be 4 stuns? Yeah, they will have 4 stuns. They have a lot of catch here. Ember's coming in for, he doesn't have Flame Guard. I think he's going to get caught out here. Snowball comes in. The Nature's Prophet TP's in just to help secure the kill, and yeah, easy kill there. They still had, I think they still had one stun in, well, one kind of catch here. They still had the Ice Stars in hand. They still had the Sprout probably in the Nature's Prophet. He may not have had the mana for it, but yeah, it's an easy kill on the Ember Spirit. He's done well to keep up in last hits with Blitz, but it's going to set him back a little bit. Doom's just going to come up and get some more levels here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Got the Satyr creep, which is quite a nice creep to have. Gives him some health regen, but it's not necessarily all the damage that he'd like, so maybe he'll look to switch that out for something else. The Hadouken is quite expensive when you're a Doom. Don't really have the biggest mana pool in there. So, yeah, I was just kind of free farming here. He's slightly ahead of the Phantom Monster, and he's been denying really well. Be interesting to see if he goes in for the pick off here. Sorry, mid. They might even be able to turn this around. Ooh, that Hadouken comes out. Purge is really low. The Scorched Death just finishes him off. So that's not the greatest turnaround. They take a position 5 Lion for their mid Ember Spirit, but at least they get something. If they just keep losing the Ember Spirit mid, they're going to be in big trouble. But obviously, while this is going on, the Void is just kind of free farming top. He's now top of the last hit charts. Be doing reasonably well on net worth. Not quite top though. Obviously, the kills coming in on the Wind Ranger mean that she's going to be way ahead, but not much the Void can do about that. He's got his level 6 up, so it'd be interesting to see what he does build-wise. Whether he does something a little bit different. So Malini's just pulling here on the bottom. I think he's almost certainly going to, yeah, he does go to the Power Treads on the Void. So I think Malini's almost certainly going to get, going to go for those Boots of Travel and that split pushy build. It does kind of limit your early fighting potential, which is a little bit of a problem. Really forces the late game, but forces you to go late game, but should work out fine. So Mr. has to be careful. Tusk is kind of lurking around here. Gonna get the rune in a second. They are gonna be able to push this Lion off the rune though. Ooh, I think he might die for that. He should die for this anyway. He throws out the Impale, but the Scorched Death is burning him down, and yeah, between the 3 of them, they easily have the damage to deal with that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tusk just leaves the regen rune for the Wind Ranger, which is fine. She's got a regen rune in store. She can throw out some harass here. If ping's coming out in this Doom, they know he's there. He's moved away from the Satyr. He's gone in for the Doom, for the Centaur War Runner, which gives him that stomp. It's good for him to have a stun, but again, it's very expensive. Some cheap spells when you're the Doom, really, I think. But what's his face is Void doing? The same level as the Nature's Prophet. He's not a million miles ahead of him in net worth either, so you got to feel pretty good if you're the Radiant here. VEC Esports might be looking to do a little bit better than they did earlier, get into the round of 16. Which they obviously failed to do last time. They are doing quite well. I think if we notification there, but just a couple of 1.5k net worth. It's not a lot, but it's decent at this stage of the game. They're even on kills, but both kills have been against the Lion, who's obviously the lowest on net worth, so it hasn't done that much. Taking out the Magnus here with Tusk. Oh, it's the Lion, sorry. But I think he's going to be too safe for them to go on him. Yeah, Lion's going to try and come around the back, see if he catches anything. The Wind Ranger's kind of just harassing out the Spirit a little bit mid lane, but he shouldn't be able to kill him anyway. He's got a Remnant out, and when you get level 6, you really need an Orchid or something to be able to deal with him. It's going to be a big problem. They do have quite decent stuns though, so they're going to feel fairly good about killing this Ember Spirit. Is he going Boots of Travel? If he is, he's quite a long way away from it. We're going to see Malini pick his up fairly soon. In fact, is that even it coming out on the career? It is, yeah. It's very early. Blitz is going for a Shadow Blade, which is interesting. Um, not something you see every day on the Wind Ranger. Normally you'd see a blink because it gives the easier way of getting these angles. They're going to smoke up and they're going to come in on top. This poor Void has no idea, but he does have the Chronosphere. They need to lead. Oh, the Shackle doesn't quite hit, but the stun comes through, Snowball comes through. They're trying to mana drain him there. They don't really get much out of the mana drain, but the stun durations are long enough that they can just kill him with that power shot. So a really nice gank there from Radiant. Meanwhile, the Nature's Prophet has rotated to take the farm mid, which is good to see. Continually making it difficult for this Ember Spirit, so he can't get those boots of travels up at a good. And Phantom Monster is pushing out bottom. He's got a very good time here. We should see him go into the Aquila next, I suspect, or maybe a Drums. He's got a bottle, so maybe he won't. It's surprising to see a bottle. I don't often see this, I think, but I don't know. I think I'd rather see the Aquila, but obviously Mully needs the pro. So he's still got them. He obviously just wants the mana regen, but I think the stats that come with the Aquila are pretty useful, particularly an Agi hero. So the net worth is quite in favour of the Radiant here. It's about 2k overall. Each individual hero is doing fairly well in comparison to their counterparts. Just Urge kind of sucks a little bit here, but it's going to be fine. He doesn't mind playing the position 5. Gonna get a nice cheeky D ward for 100 gold there as well, just to help him out a little bit. He's going to get into his Tranquils probably fairly soon and going to be fine then. Tusker gets caught out top. Missed that one. Use the RP and the Doom, so 2 long cooldown ultis used to bring him down, so he's not going to feel too bad about that. Meanwhile, they might be looking to go in on this Void. He's got, yeah, it's a 3-man chrono, but there's obviously nothing else coming in here, so Ember Spirit is going to rotate. They are going to be able to get the line, but I don't think they'll be able to get anything else. They're chasing it. They need to be careful here. The Void's reasonably low. They don't have that much damage. It's a nice. Oh, it doesn't quite bounce there. The cask, and they're going to continue. They're going to go forward. The Snowball here is not going to lead to anything. The Nature's Prophet doesn't really have enough damage to kind of bring any of these guys down. They're going to have. There's Wind Ranger coming in here with Shadowblade though. It's a really nice Shadowblade timing from Blitz. Really nice actually. And he's going to look. Is he going to catch that Shackle? He is. That is a really nice Shackle. He's going to be able to kill this safe line Void here. The ooh, that's a beautiful trees there. Just saving his Tusk, and the cast just bouncing between them. They might actually be able to turn this. No stun up on the line, but the Blitz, is he looking to come back in? I think he should think better of it. Doesn't have the Shadow Blade up. It's a TP coming in from the PL though, so maybe they're going to chase it. Oh, the Shackle. That is a huge Shackle. Snowball coming through. That's going to be a kill, almost certainly on the Magnus. They may look to dive here. No, PL doesn't fancy it. So let's. This isn't going to really be very much help. That fight was very drawn out. Lasted a good 2 minutes, but I think a good fight all round. Yeah, just goes I think slightly in favour of the Dire there. But it's going to result in some pressure being put on the Radiant Tier 1 bottom, which is reasonably important. It gives that access to the Roshan pit. So I'm not sure it was a full win. You obviously had to blow their chrono as well. They're going to chase top on this Nature's Prophet, but they don't have any way of catching him when he's in the trees. Ooh, maybe they do. I spoke too soon. He looks like he's going to get run down here. And he is, yeah, there's no TPs that can come out to help him. Well, Lion could maybe have done, but he obviously didn't think it was going to be any value. So they bring down the Nature's Prophet. That's a nice 600 gold going the way of the Dire. That's bringing the gold much back into line with where they'd like it to be. Nice little pick off. They are ahead on kills actually, despite this net worth lead for the Radiant. So Dire playing very nicely. They haven't got any towers yet. In fact, neither team has any towers. It's quite late, 12 minutes in the game, so your first tier 1 go down. The Ember Spirit's going to put some pressure on. He does have a Remnant now, but he doesn't have any Remnants in reserve. Blitz managed to catch him here. Nature's Prophet is coming in too. We could see something here. Yeah, he's looking for it. Just going to wait. Does he know the Remnant's still out? Yeah, he doesn't fancy it. Potentially sensible. The Void was sitting right there. He does have Chrono back up by now. We are seeing a Vlad's here from the Void. He didn't decide to go something else after getting that extra farm in safe lane. His net worth maybe isn't that high. It's the same as kind of the position 4 for Doom, so it isn't in the same place as the safe lane and mid are for the Radiant team, so maybe it's sensible to just go for a few cheaper items and build up his net worth. What are we seeing here? He is going into the drums that I mentioned earlier. I'm surprised he did get the bottle after getting the drums. Just kind of slowed that drums down a bit, and he gets another item there. He's going to have to sell very shortly. He's going to get rid of the sal for the drums, but then he's going to have to get rid of... Well, he really wants to keep the calling blade for the jungle farm, I believe, but he's going to have to get rid of either that or the... Well, he's going to... I suppose he's going to get rid of the man. It's probably not. So just kind of a fairly passive phase of the game here. Do we have smokes available? Don't have any smokes available for the Radiant. There's one on the Tusk. Maybe Purge has one as well? Yeah, he does. There's two in hand. Just waiting for a good opportunity, I think, to use them. I don't mind drawing this out a little bit. The Ember Spirit has just picked up his boots of travel, so he's a little bit behind the PL. Like 1,000 net worth behind his opponent and the Wind Ranger, who now going in for a Maelstrom. Okay. Interesting from Blitz. Not choosing to go for straight in for the Ags, which is obviously very strong, but looking to get a farming item on the Maelstrom. He's going to get it at a fairly decent time. Maybe I'd say 16 minutes. If he does that, it's probably worth it. Still get a sort of 23, 24 minute Ags. Smoke up from both teams here. Needs to grab the Void on his own in the top lane and the PL, respectively, the bottom lane. But I think the PL might be very hard to track down here. How much catch have they got? If they get the Doom out on him, doesn't know they're coming. Up here is really good. The Doom comes. Yeah, they are probably going to kill him now. Just gonna kill him now with Death Ward expended as well. So all three ultis. Meanwhile, the Void is just kind of sat on his tier 1. I think they should maybe have looked to go when they were kind of committed to killing that PL. Just waiting for him to come up a little bit more, looking for that snowball opportunity. Position their Blitz with Shadow Blade. Tusk is kind of maneuvering around. Just waiting. Void is... Yeah, there's the Shackle comes out. It's the... Oh... Tusk was just slightly out of position. They didn't have any way of following up. They're going to have to retreat there, so that smoke comes to nothing. So a big win there for the Dire. The smoke picks off their carry, but safe lane Void was not able to be picked up by the Radiant. And meanwhile in mid, that's a great skewer coming out on the from the Magnus on the Nature's Prophet. Good snowball saving him there, and they might be able to get a return kill here. Nice. Oh, the Shackle is huge. It could turn that to 2, but there's a really big Chrono coming out here. 4-man Chrono. The Nature's Prophet will go down. Will the Radiant look to push? Oh, I'm not sure that was the play, Purge. He does finger the Void, but obviously just time walks it off. They're looking to plow forward here, but there's not much damage coming out. They don't have any damage items coming up yet. Oh, saying that, a lot of damage comes out there from I think from the Wind Ranger onto the Witch Doctor. The Doom then goes down. The Void is going to get away. He just time walks out of there. It's way too easy for him. So nice fight in the end from the Radiant, which I'm a little surprised by. Big amount of damage coming out from this Wind Ranger. He's doing a lot of work, and the Spirit Lancers are pretty good at this level. When these heroes at this level. Them's going to look to reinitiate. He can't see this Wind Runner, I don't think, but he can see this PL. Maybe he can make a little bit far forward. No, he has the Remnant back, and he uses it. Safe play, probably quite sensible there from the Ember Spirit. It's getting back. See how the network's going. Not sure if this includes that fight, because I think this should be further ahead after that fight comes in, but the Evernova was slightly ahead. It's going to be quite close, maybe K net worth in it. Still no towers going down, and with the Nature's Prophet, you're a little bit surprised by that. Managed to push down any towers yet, so not quite his ideal game, perhaps. They have a lot of ways of catching him with the Doom and the Void. The Magnus, if he wants to commit to it. He's going to go back for the Aquila. I'm very surprised by this from a lot of early game items coming out. I really like it when he gets them, when the PL gets, he has a very strong peak at the point he gets his E-Blade, but obviously I think he's really just committing to this kind of split push, making his illusions as strong as possible. See if it pays off. Massive phase of the game, they're just kind of farming up here. Nearly got the blink up on the Doom. He's doing very well on net worth. He's ahead of his Safe Flame Void now. Bower is just doing work, man. He's quite strong at 1-1 and 4. PL's just going to be able to get this. There's no Chrono up on the Void. It is just come back up, so and grab the PL if he wants to. Let's see what the PL chooses to do. So it's going to go down. Is he going to get the deny? He does. I'm surprised they didn't commit for that. probably have forced it. They knew the Ember Spirit was top. I could have watched them TP at least. But okay, they take a tower, but it was a deny, so probably a win for the Dire there. There's big stack here. Stack, triple stack. It looks like. Oh no, quadruple stack perhaps. Just a triple stack. It is a quadruple stack, but I think. So when they get the Empower up on the Ember Spirit, he's gonna be very happy to farm that. It's gonna be a lot of gold coming in. I'm looking for something here mid with this Tusk and the Lion. Doom has been sat behind them. I don't think they know he's here. Very, very sneaky from the Doom. He's got that blink up. He sat there for a good minute, I think, just waiting for them to commit. He can easily blink forward and Doom the Phantom Lancer, but I'm sure he's going to realize either that Blitz is skulking around with an Invis rune. He's gonna. Oh, he actually messes up the Shackle shot there, which is really unfortunate. But he's got another. Got the Shadow Blade coming up, and they're going to be able to get a return kill on this Magnus. Did use his RP. Finger of Death drop by the line. Gets a nice kill. They're going to retreat here, it looks like. Probably a sensible idea. The Tusk is going to come in the back line. Nice Chrono coming out, but here we see the fact that none of them can't really commit anything. Nice Death Ward's thrown out, but really good dodge there from the PL. Just getting away. Tusk looks like he's going to let himself die to save his team. They do lose a Nature's Prophet. Where was that? See that? Here apparently, but I'm not quite sure how he died. He wasn't in the Chrono. Must have gone in on the backlines and then got caught out by the Doom. It's not really the ideal play with. So probably actually went. That fight goes in the way of the Dire. Probably bringing it down to fairly even in the net worth. So some nice plays coming out. Still though, this PL is ahead, and that's what you want to be if you're the PL. Like as soon as he gets in some of these items, that he's gonna go. It looks like he's gonna get the Yasha before he comes back for the E-Blade. But when he has that E-Blade, what am I talking about? The Diffusal Blade. When he has that Diffusal Blade, he's gonna be doing work with it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, sorry, just had to reply to a message there. So meanwhile, Phantom Monster is backing. I think he's a little bit worried about the fact that he doesn't see anyone on the map. He's probably looking a little bit further. Is it staying a little bit further forward? Quite ballsy here, given that he hasn't got any escape. Maybe he realizes that and backs up now. Meanwhile, they're smoking up though. Looking to get a pick off here. Still not got the Ags up on Blitz, but that's fine. For good timing, and they should be able to get this Ember Spirit actually. There's the Magnus up behind him. Get the Shackle. He maybe commits a little bit late. Purge with a bit of a whiff there. Doesn't catch the Hex, which maybe they needed to make that Shackle catch. So nothing comes to that smoke again from the Radiant team. Not really what they were looking for. But meanwhile they are going to be able to... Oh, another deny coming out from the Dire. This is not what you want if you're playing on this Radiant team. Having said that, they're going to grab this hero here. They don't have any catch for him. No stuns from the Dire, so just TP's away the Void. But they are going in on mid, and they're going to be able to catch this Ember Spirit out. Really nicely done. I think it's going to be up in the second, but Blitz is going to die here. I'm not sure. I mean, this is an Ember, I suppose, but the Wind Ranger is ahead on net worth. The Purge will probably die here on the line as well. Does look like it. There's not any support coming in. Tusk is a long way away, and he probably doesn't want to be there. They just run down the line in the end. So if we can see on this, yeah, the fight recap works this time. 2k gold net worth going the way they die. That kill streak from Blitz was too big. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. Having said, while that's been happening, and the Nature's Prophet has been catching up on net worth. He's got that Orchid now, which is really good. He was behind before, but they've got these 3 cores ahead. They've kind of got like it's an interesting split on the net worth. You've got a fairly balanced team here for the Dire. All 4 heroes being kind of in the middle, but 3 cores from the Radiant team are just ahead. And having that PL ahead is really where you want them to be. So that Ember Spirit gets stronger. Going to get a Battle Fury relatively soon, probably in the next couple of minutes, 25 minutes Battle Fury or so. Not too bad with the Killer as well and the bits of travel. I think you're probably going to be happy with that. Then when he has the Empower as well from the Magnus, he's going to have so much cleave coming out. He's just going to get killed very easily. The PL's obviously going to kind of make that worse by getting a Manta, but it's almost a necessary item on the PL, so it's not bad. Meanwhile, just kind of looking around this roach pit. Maybe they're thinking about seeing if they can get a roach. Do grab the ward there. So also this ancient stack, which I think it's really important they try and steal, but I'm not sure if they have a very good hero for dealing with it. Let's scouted it out now. Look to make a grab on the Doom, and they do with a really nice shackle from Blitz. This Shadowblade is doing work. Might be a bit pubby, but it really worked there. And he's gonna nearly have his axe. Is that his axe? Full axe on the career. Just 1,000, just 900 gold away from getting that. Gonna easily be able to take this tier 2 here, and I think they'll be able to maybe rotate into the Roach Pit, or maybe look for this tier 2 mid. It doesn't get denied that time, so they're gonna be pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think so. This Nature's Prophet is going to come split push top. They're going to look for this Roach Pit here. They're going to smoke up and go in, just going to walk in. They don't have the ulti up on the Wind Rangers. Maybe they're just going to push in the mid lane now to get some chip damage on this tower. The Doom is going to be up fairly soon. Yeah, just going to push in the waves and settle back. Wait for this Ags and the Wind Ranger. There is all haste and Shadowblade here. It's going to be really nice. See what he can make with that. Blitz with the sort of 7-8k plays. Use this guy and they've seen the Witch Doctor, but they're not really in position to make anything out of it. They probably know about these wards as well because they were just dropped, so they might have a guess that those were there. Treants are pushing out top, but they don't do that much damage. Easy to defend for the Dire there. And then smoking up, they're looking to grab this Nature's Prophet. It's probably sensible. If Tusk can break the smoke, he senses something's not quite right here. Nature's Prophet though is looking forward. They're going to be able to get him. He has got a blink. Maybe the Lion will kind of lay his life down. Gone the wrong way, it looks like. Smoke's been scattered out by the Tusk. Nature's Prophet's got to get back here. He knows they're there, and he goes really far forward. That's not what you want to see. They're going to be able to grab this Witch Doctor, probably, but I think they're almost certainly going to grab this Nature's Prophet in return, and the RP catches both the Tusk and him, and the Chrono comes in and he catches the Wind Ranger, but the PL is gone in the back lines. Does not have the diffusal blade. He does just have the diffusal blade, so he's going to be able to do a lot of damage here. He's going to almost run through this Magnus. The Wind Ranger's coming in with his haste, doing a lot of work. There's no Chrono now. There is a Doom still up, but I'm not sure if he gets it out on the Wind Ranger. They're going to look to probably just to retreat now. Oh, they're going to be able to kill this Wind Ranger. It looks like really nice sleight of fist combo into chains just coming through there, catching out. They can probably commit to kill this Void, but no, I think Blitz going to think better of it. See here, we have Purge coming through on this Lion. I don't think he's going to be able to catch anyone though. I mean, the Doom is sitting around. No, he's there. Okay, they're not going to be able to catch that courier. Looks like they're not going to get anything here. I just said that fight went slightly in favour of the Dire, but particularly with the catch out of the Wind Ranger, but the PL managed to last through it. He's got a reasonable amount of net worth now. What does he have coming out? Something on the Windlace. Sure why he's got that. I don't know. It's an interesting pickup. Anyway, so he's just picking up. Maybe just thinks he needs boost of movement speed just temporarily. Looks to get some chip damage on this tier 2. I don't think they can really commit to this. There's no Chrono. So maybe they think that it's a good time. I mean, it arguably is. They have much shorter cooldowns than the Dire. They can kind of force these fights, but what they're actually going to do is they're just going to take Roche. They have Ags ulti up now on Malini. Don't have a medallion, but I think the damage from from Blitz, sorry, it's just going to be too much for this Wind Ranger. Going to kind of pew it down with this Wind Ranger ulti. Really nice work there. It's going to go down pretty easy. The Sigil's scouting out. The Dire are not going to get here in time. The Ember Spirit might try and commit, but no, he's way too far away. Oh, the Sleight of Fist does a lot of work to the Ancient stacks, though. It may put it in a position where they can just take it here for the Radiance, so maybe that wasn't quite the play. Oh, really nice silence coming out. Are they going to be able to get him with the RP coming through? The RP catches 3. The Chrono is going to be committed now, and I think it's going to catch out these 2 cores. Oh, it doesn't catch out the Wind Ranger, but he's out of position. He's going to run into it instead. A lot of damage coming out here. All the Radiant team are dead. Apart from the Wind Ranger, who may... No, the Doom has been saved really nicely there. So, looks like it's going to be a full team wipe, even with the Aegis. They didn't manage to blow down... I think, yeah, Purge saved the finger. I think he just needed to commit it, honestly. It was probably a little bit kind of casual to let that go through. Maybe the Chrono didn't do as much work as it could have done, but it certainly did work, and just blowing up that net worth on the Void is probably worth it. He got away with about 10 health and was managed to time lapse himself back up to full. It's going to be a big swing, I think. It's going to bring it back down to sort of even with that Roshan being taken. That Ember Spirit's starting to get ahead now. He's going to go in for a second Battle Fury. He's going to have so much cleave with this Empower. A ludicrous amount of cleave coming out. 35, 35, and what's the Empower? 50? Yep. That's 120, so he's actually going to be doing more to any target he doesn't hit, so it's really good against the PL. It's going to be destroying him there when he gets a hit on him. So, see what he goes into now. The PL's going to probably get this Manta up. Does need some items here. Wind Ranger I expect to go... Ooh, he's going to go Lincoln's just to get rid of that Doom risk. Probably a good pickup. He will look to go probably into that Blackthorn. I think it's Blackthorn. Bloodthorn, sorry. Later on. Oh no, but they're looking to fight here. They know that the ultis are down. Yeah, the Chrono is just down, but they're going to catch this Tusk. Nothing in return. They don't have any way of catching him. Now the Chrono's going to come up. They're going to be able to definitely kill this Nature's Prophet. They do deploy the Death Ward, but they're going to catch out this Wind Ranger with the Chrono on the back lines. A little bit of an overcommit there. Yeah, they're going to kill him. The PL's not even split pushing, so this is all... It's not going to really be worth anything here. 3 kills for nothing. Not even pressure on the tier 3 there from PL. Surprised by this the decision here not to split push. They really caught out. I think maybe they thought that it was just the Void on his own and they were going to be able to kill him. But in the end it was, you know, all 5 heroes there from the Dire. And a lot of work. It's coming into like a 4 or 5k net worth lead. Gale's going to be caught out here as well. With the TPs coming in though, they may look to fight here. The Void does not have Chrono, doesn't have any mana. He has an Invis Rim, but he's going to get picked off. I'm not sure if they have any way of seeing this Magna, so he's going to get away, and they don't have any way of catching this Witch Doctor. It's a very casual sort of TP out there. But they will be able to catch this Doom, I suspect. Yes, yep. Nice deny there by the Nature's Prophet. Pretty beautiful Sprout as well. And they're just going to be able to bring down this Doom, almost certainly. He's out of mana. Just kind of there on his own. He's isolated. Hasn't got a TP. Hasn't got any way out here. And just very slowly, though. He's very tanky. That Scorch Death's doing a lot of work, but they're going to be able to bring him down. Now they'll probably look to push the tier 2. No Chrono, no Doom. They're in a very good position here to be taking a tower. Maybe even 2. So, yeah, let's just see. Should bring the net worth a little bit further back in line. Probably up to about 2k there. It's going to be, and they may look to go high ground here with the Doom down. Chrono will be coming up shortly. They do have the Death Ward. And the RP will be there as well, but, well, in 10 seconds at any rate, but, man. Nature's, the Ember Spirit there with, oh, he's gone Lincoln's. That's a pretty good pickup, actually. So it's going to be very difficult for them to pick him off now. But the, still has obviously 85% cleave, what with the Empower coming through, so he's in a very strong position. He's going to look to farm up a little bit here. He's kind of behind, he's not in a good place. The net worth, 4k. Cap normally gets a little bit greedy in this because he often plays the offlane, but they brought Fogged in recently, and Cap's been relegated to this position 4 role of roaming heroes. Not where he normally plays. Doing a reasonable job of it. He's 0-6, but he's got 14 assists, so I'm going to bring in this mech now. It's going to make things a little bit easier. It's a bit late at 32 minutes, but it's still going to make things easier in these fights. It's going to do good work against the Death Ward. What they really need is Malini to get this Skadi up, to really tank up these heroes. Also help lower the damage that gets put out by the Sleight of Fist from the Ember Spirit. Still got 2 tier 1s up. So in some ways that's good because obviously they can respond to fights much easier. But in the other way, they're not ahead on net worth. And when the Dire take those towers, they're going to get a big infusion of gold. I have fusion of gold is the word I'm looking for. The Ember Spirit's already way ahead on the net worth now. He's a good 2k in the lead. And when they take these tier 1s, he's going to be even further ahead. That's another k in net worth, I'd say, if he gets the last hits. So we'll see how that goes. Profit just split pushing out bot. I assume it's going to be a BKB coming out. May not be, but it would probably be sensible to. Phantom Monster just putting in some harass on the Ember Spirit. He's not going to do anything to it. Casual couple of Spirit Archers and then run away, so yeah. Let's see how this goes. TPN from the leave, man. So much work with that in power. Devastating amount of damage. He's going to go into the crit now. Probably get a couple of these crits, I'd expect. And then afterwards get something like a rapier. Just amp up that cleave. Oh, you're still expecting this Skadi to come out from the PL. It's going to be a while though. If there's any ultimate orbs yet? Lincoln's nearly out for Blitz. Is that the whole item? Still missing an ultimate orb, so he's a little behind. He's doing fine on the net worth though. You're feeling pretty good with these 3 cores. Nature's Prophet hasn't really shown any of it though. I haven't seen much coming out from him. Not that much damage. Been getting that much in the way of split push. They know the Wind Ranger is here. They're going to commit the Chrono. They are, but they don't really have much follow up. And Malini is here. He's going to try and mana drain down this Doom before he gets the Doom off, and it's working quite nicely. They catch the Magnus without the RP being used. A really nice pickoffs. The Chrono's down. Doom is pretty low on mana. The RP is down. They're going to have to retreat here. It's going to be an easy tier 2 for the Radiant. Phone's having some problems. They're going to have any way of grabbing this Ember Spirit? Doesn't look like it. Wind Ranger's coming around the back with his Shadow Blade, just looking for something here. Might be able to get him. Lincoln's is still on cooldown. I don't know. No, he doesn't know. He doesn't quite catch him. So just going to finish off his tier 2. Probably looks to go high ground actually. These cooldowns committed. Void went Manta. I think that's a Manta instead of going for his Ags. So it's going to be a while until this is up. So it's going to be quite difficult for them to catch him up. They've still got the Sleight of Fist obviously coming in from the Ember, but they don't have any way of kind of locking these heroes down. RP is up on the Magnus when he comes up, but this Ags ulti is doing work from Blitz. They get half damage on the tier 3. They're going to feel pretty good about that. May look to now kind of rotate back and take this Roche who isn't actually going to be up. It's quite a late Roche spawn. It's going to be 2 minutes for that to happen. Meanwhile, the Nature's Prophet is just just taking up some farms, but push the bottom. He did go for that BKB. Didn't really see it used. Well, it was using that fire, but it didn't really have any effect. But it's gonna be nice against the cask. It's gonna be reasonable. It stops the Scorched Earth. The chains coming out. Sorry, I think it blocks RP. Does not block RP. So they've got a few things that go through the BKB on the Dire side, but still probably a worthy pickup. Radiant. So the Dire is smoked up here. They're looking to grab this Lion. I think it's probably not worth it to drop a smoke for the Lion. Lion is so far behind. He's looking to get that blink up though, so denying that blink is going to be useful. He's got to have seen that Witch Doctor. He's maybe not paid attention. They are going to get him there. Nice blink forward. The Ember Spirit has gone back for that blink before finishing that super crit. But we're going to see the PL coming in. He's just going to tease them with these illusions here. Mana Drain is going to do a lot. You know, they're still going to kind of TP out. Probably sensible. They didn't know that there wasn't any support coming in. They did have this ward here, but it didn't really show sort of this area, which is where you'd have expected it to come in. So tier 1 is right there, so they can't really afford to be taking a fight there. Radiant just waiting for this. I think just waiting for this rush to come up. Blitz is going to scout it with the Shadow Blade. It's not there. Realizes now. Catch some bounty room, which is going to take. Expect him to go maybe a Silver Edge next. Doesn't actually naturally give any benefits for him, but the extra stats are nice. Or he might finish the Mjolnir. Probably, you know, it's not that good on Wind Ranger, but always nice to kind of pick it off. He's just going to miss. Is he going to bring the Sigil back and just see this Roche? He is not. He's going to beat the Sigil there. It's interesting. Dog goes the way of the structure. He's going to be very happy to take that. Roche, they don't know that the Roche is up, but it was a very late Roche spawn, so they probably have a suspicion. I expect they're going to see it very soon. Be interesting to see if they go for it. They do have the advantage with these teamfight ultis, so maybe they think, yeah, they know it's there now, so maybe they think it's a good idea to go for it. I'd possibly be inclined to agree with them. Going to gather up here. They're going to smoke. Don't have a smoke. Don't have Do have one in stock. Just kind of stand here. Yeah, it does look like they're going to commit to it now. Void can just kind of bash this down. He doesn't have to commit too much. He has the Vlad, so he has the lifesteal. It's got a decent amount of damage with the Empower coming out. Not sure if Radiant know about this. Don't have a very easy way of responding. They're not even gonna see this. You can probably solo this down. They might have some suspicion now with the Ember Spirit kind of lurking around the pit. Drop to scan, they'd know. They're gonna know now. Gonna commit, but they don't have the heroes. The Nature's Prophet can come in, but he's quite a way away. It's not dying as quickly as they'd like though for the die. They have got good vision with the Sigil now. Gonna look to commit. The power shot comes through. Dire are gonna back, but they're hanging around. They're looking to take a fight. They've also got the Chrono. They've got the RP still up. Links on both the Void and the Magnus as well. So it's gonna be very easy to get the grabs there with those items. Have a little bit of a cagey back and forth here, where both teams are looking to see what they're going to do. Let's see, how is the pressing on farm here? Hasn't spent anything. He probably is going to go for that Scud. He might get a heart, I suppose, but I guess he's probably saving right now for the buyback. He has the boots of travel, so buyback can come into a fight very nicely if he wants to. They've just scanned there. I think the Radiant. They know that the Dire are kind of floating around the Roche pit. Maybe have some idea that they're still doing it. They're in a good position for it. Yeah, Blitz did go back for the Silver Edge, which I think is a very good pickup. Particularly with the new buff, he probably goes in for Miona now. Oh, the Ember Spirit picks off the Tusk. He's forced to TP out here. He does. He's got a Remnant out, so it's very easy for him to come back. Let's see. Oh, meanwhile, missed this. The Ember Spirit, like the Nature's Prophet's got in a position to be split pushing. The Wind Ranger is here, but I think they wouldn't have seen her. She has got that Silver Edge, so it's quite easy for her to make a pick. Meanwhile, they're going to easily grab this Lion, who's way too far forward here. Purge overcommitting. They're going to bring in some support, though, and they're going to be able to grab this Witch Doctor, I think. No. Gets away with the Glimmer Cape nicely there. They're going to drop a Chrono and a Death Ward on this Nature's Prophet very nicely. Purge is just kind of floating around the back line. Oh. Yeah, and he just gets picked off by the Ember Spirit. They're going to try and grab this Doom, who he has Doom the Wind Ranger, but he hasn't got Ags. So it's going to run down fairly quickly. They're going to be able to kill this Doom, I suspect. Not sure if they're going to fully commit to it. Obviously, the team, they don't have many ultis up. Any ultis? They do still have the RP, but I think it'll be a bit much to commit to this. There's not much mana on this PL. Right, Dire could even look to maybe push this into a Roche. Sure, it's very cagey. Neither of these teams obviously want to lose. If you lose here, you're straight out. VEC have a lot of pride on the line by being this team made up of all the personalities here. They look at seeing if they can grab it, but when the ice shards come through, ice shards come through, they just time lapse out on the Void and away. I hope this game doesn't last that long. I've got a league game in 20 minutes, so it'll be finished fairly soon. Just kind of again, it's just cagey fighting around the Roche. It's a big Roche as well. If the Radiant managed to grab a fight and the Roshan, be in a very strong position for taking one of these or two of these racks, because both the tier 3s are quite low here, and they've got some quite good push with his Nature's Prophet. Has got this Bloodthorn up. It's a very, very good item, I think. He's going to do quite a lot of damage. He personally does a decent amount of damage in the PL, and everyone else gets the True Strike and the crit, so very useful. So it helps dissuade the Void going into Butterfly or something. He's going to pick up a Diffusal Blade. Interesting. Extra ways of getting rid of the silence are always useful, I think. So maybe that's what he's thinking. Could always have gone to an MKB, but Purge's Lion is kind of a little bit ineffectual. Oh, they grab the Tusk here. Really nice skewer. He's not going to have any way of getting out of here. He dies. He was on his own there, maybe a little bit far forward. They didn't have the vision to know that they were there. I think that's probably a... I'm not sure how I'm supposed to know whose scan this is, but I think that's probably a scan out from the Radiant, just checking whether Nature's Prophet was there. It wasn't, so he's going to have a chance to just kind of pull back a little bit and then come back for the split push. Dire are gonna smoke up. Maybe look to go in this Roach Pit. Not the most subtle thing in the world. Obviously, the Radiant should know that this is here, but they are in a very good position to contest it. Nature's Prophet probably needs to be pushing out these lanes here, but he's obviously not aware that they're going to go on. Oh, and they're going to grab this Wind Ranger now. He's very tanky. He's invis and he's doomed up and he's running away. PL's going to come in here. They're going to look to take a fight. They've obviously got full ultis up apart from this Doom. They're just going to back out and let the Doom kind of run down. Chrono catches no one. It's a whiff, but the Tusk TP's into it. That's not what you want to see, but I think you're going to take that. Your position 4 Tusk just being blown out. Doesn't even go down, actually, so not too bad at all. A lot of damage coming out there from the PL. He grabs the Wind Ranger, I think, and the Witch Doctor. Void's meanwhile gone down in the altercation. Silence comes out and a really good shackle there from Blitz. Huge shackle. The PL's now running through these heroes. They're going to be able to go top as well. I think there's a yeah, I think they're going to go top. Yeah, the TP in from Nature's Prophet. He actually cancels it. They've made a change decision. They're going to try and grab this Roche while it's up. Maybe sensible. Do have a lot of damage coming through. It's going to be a pretty quick Roshan, but it doesn't have an easy way of getting up there. But obviously the PL and the Nature's Prophet are going to be able to go straight top and now and push. I assume the Blitz is just going to kind of run up there. Looks like Malini's going to push out the bottom lane while Blitz and Bog just bring out the mid. They've got a lot of time here, and how are the buybacks looking? Not that many buybacks. None of these big heroes. Ember Spirit does have one. He's a lot of the damage there, but without the lockdown, I'm not sure if it's going to be what they need. So they're going to be able to put in a position, maybe with this Wind Ranger, going to be able to ulti down this tower here. They are going to drop the Fortify, but I'm sure it's going to be able to stop them taking this. Interesting to see now if they want to drop this buyback. They do drop the buyback. Doom is nearly up, so I think maybe they're just trying to take this range racks. Just a little bit of chip damage on the range racks, and they're going to back. Pretty sensible here. They might try and force a fight now. There's not going to be a buyback on the Ember Spirit. They don't know this, but there's no buyback on the Void or the oh, words are really failing me here. The Magnus either. So if they catch these heroes out, they're not going to be able to come into the fight. They do have the buyback on the important heroes in the Radiant, and 2 of them have an easy way of kind of rejoining this fight. So I think it's very sensible for them to push this here. They do have all their ultis up. Just going to push out the lanes a little bit. Maybe sit back here. They're going to smoke up on a deeper where they don't think there's a ward and try and grab a pick off. If they get the pick off, then they're going to be a very good place. Gonna have this global strat coming in with a Nature's Prophet. They know where they are. They're sat back there. Scan coming through and show them a lot of net worth this nature. Be interesting to see what he goes in for next. Maybe another Mjolnir. It's not too bad. He's gonna go in for a Hex or a Scotty. It looks like Hex is very sensible. Maybe a Scotty. I'm not sure here actually. Interesting. Either way, he needs both tank and lockdown. So either of those items is gonna be really good on him. Just going to push up mid now. Phantom Lancer has got that Scuddy, so he's huge, and he's nearly got up to this heart as well. If he gets that heart, I'm not sure, maybe he won't go for the heart, but if he does, he's going to be so hard to kill. Obviously get a butterfly just to get that more damage out, but he's doing 224 damage plus the Diffusal Blade. He's nearly run out of charges, so maybe he looks to sell the Diffusal Blade and buy it again, but I don't know about that. Charges are very helpful, but I'm not sure it's worth the net worth there. He still has kind of a wasted slot in this bottle. We'll see how he goes there. Still no buybacks coming out on these important heroes for the Dire. Interesting to see how much they want to commit here. They're just going to kind of chip damage on this ranged racks. It's a good idea. They're not going to be able to do anything about it. It looks like this Lucian doesn't quite get it. Maybe it's worth just denying. I don't know here. It's so very low. Just 40 damage. Any hits from one of these Lucians is going to play at this point. Well, this Nature's Prophet, he has gone for the Hex. Still has, or he doesn't quite have buyback. A little bit greedy, but been very useful. So much damage coming out there. He uses the Bloodthorn just to pop it. He has 2 ways now of shutting down this Ember Spirit, which is really good. Exactly what he needs. Just going to push these lanes up again. Put some pressure on. They've still got a while. Minute and a half on this Aegis, so they need to look to use it really. The longer the wait, the more chance there are for these buybacks. I don't know if they're aware of this. really think they should be pushing their advantage now. Just gonna take this range Rex here, I assume. How is this not dying? 5 damage. Not enough damage coming out from the PL illusion. Like, not sure why they're not committing for this. Just kind of playing it very carefully here. Waiting for more buybacks on their supports. Sure. They're not going to get an easy pick off, and they really need to go while they have this Aegis, I think. Finally catch this range Rex on mid. Shouldn't be happy with this though, they should be looking for more. They are ahead by a long way on the net worth. Not sure what they're waiting for. Do they have a big item coming out? It doesn't look like it. Unless this PL wants to go back for a heart. They should know the Aegis is going to be out in 40 seconds or so. They're not going to have got anything for it really.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very, very, very careful here. Maybe they don't realize the lead they've got. It's quite possible, I suppose. The Ember is very big. He's very terrifying right now. He's got he's pretty much 6-slotted. Maybe he comes back from a moonshot. He may not even bother because it's not that good an item on him. You can obviously get a rapier, but with the Empower as well, the Ember is doing a lot of work. So maybe I'm just gonna smoke up. I want to grab a pick off, but I think the Dire maybe is slightly more aware of this kind of net worth advantage that the Radiant are. They're bottled up tight in their base, so I don't think the smoke is going to be able to come for anything. The only thing they're going to be able to do is come up through this mid lane, which obviously doesn't have any protection out. There's no wards out for the Dire either, actually. They can't. Just going to play it very casually here. Smoke here, back in position. Smoke? Yeah, it is a smoke. Just going to smoke up. I want to grab a pick off, but I think the Dire maybe is slightly more aware of this kind of net worth advantage that the Radiant are. They're bottled up tight in their base, so I don't think the smoke is going to be able to come for anything. The only thing they're going to be able to do is come up through this mid lane, which obviously doesn't have any protection out. There's no wards out for the Dire either, actually. They can't see very much. There's some really good aggressive warding out here by the Radiant. This one sees everything that's in their jungle. This one sees mid lane quite nicely. They know that they're not there in this one. They know they've got them bottled up in base. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. See the smoke finally? It's waiting for like a heart. See a Bloodthorn come out on this PL. Just looking for more and more ways of shutting down this Ember Spirit. It's pretty sensible. He's the big threat for the Dire. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see like an Orchid on every hero, apart from maybe Blitz. Maybe this isn't going for him, which is strange because I think that's the most natural hero to get that item actually. But I guess with Bloodthorn kind of gives the advantage to all their heroes, so maybe Blitz doesn't feel like it's going to be to KB. Sure. Actually, maybe. Right. Don't have any evasion coming out on the Dire. They don't look like they're going to get it anytime soon. Just continue about these lanes. Playing it really slowly, just slowly getting some chip damage. This A3 nearly down top as well. Not sure whose scan that is. See that? Oh, okay, so I can click on the heroes and see. So it must have been a scan out from the Dire. They knew they weren't there though, so I'm a little surprised by that scan. Because it doesn't show smoked units unless they've changed it, so it wouldn't have caught them out if they were smoked. Just comes forward, slices a fist, kills all the creeps, and he's back again. He's back, sheltering in his base. Terrified. They are obviously building up a nice net worth advantage while this is going on, because they're able to farm both jungles. Dire are only able to farm one, so it is building up to 12k. Pretty big right now. They've got to feel pretty comfortable. They really need to finish soon, so I really hope that the Esports Club kind of get a little bit of a move on, to be honest, and then just finish this. What's he gone for? He's just holding on to buyback there. That's the scan from Dire coming out. Interesting. They run through. Now they make a grab. They don't know the Tusk is there, but they do manage to get a Chrono and a Doom onto this Wind Ranger. She is so tanky though with this Skadi. Was that a whiffed RP? No, he cancelled it. Really nice cancel there. This is the problem because they didn't take the fight on their terms. They've actually just got picked off here. You know, a much worse place than if they'd been fighting more aggressively on their racks. So they did drop all the ultis, but they're going to be able to take the tier 1 at least here. PL's going to go back and split push top, it looks like. Very strange from the Vegetable Esports Club. Just maybe too scared, I think, here, and it's not going to pay off. I think they're going to get in, could put them in serious trouble. They're going to obviously have another Fortify coming out before they get the racks. The PL's going to force a couple of, yeah, he's going to force all the TPs to mana back. There's a remnant out here, so the Ember can come back and push fairly quickly.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Really surprised when they had the timing there. Esports Club. Oh wow! So I missed that there, but the PL's managed to catch out the Ember when he had all his heroes around him. There's no Doom here, so I think he could actually be really aggressive. He's not going to be. Yeah, like he doesn't have any support coming in. Yeah, so the PL backs out. He gets a really good pick on the Ember Spirit. I don't know if they're going to try and force the Spirit buyback. It makes sense. Roche is up. They're going to realize this. They're just going to take it first, it looks like.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Immortality. Dire's top tower is done for. That was good.
So just a little bit of chat there in the game.
With me.
Does look like they're going to try and push it now. Now they've got the Aegis for themselves. So yeah, so pushing the lane out here. Just try and chip down this range racks tops as well. So it's quite confident here the Blitz with this Shadow Blade, with this Lincolns, with this Aegis. Commit forward there with a Spirit Lance from the Phantom Lancer. Just some nice chip damage on this range racks. We had to bring it quite low. Just Prophet's just kind of he's just kind of jungling a little bit here. He's got so much net worth on him. I'll be interested to see what he gets next. Actually, that's the Phantom Monster. Sorry, still quite a lot of net worth here. Doesn't really have any natural items to sell. I suppose. Sure what he'll go for. Still being very cagey here. They don't have quite the advantage that they had before. Are back up to 12k, which is pretty good. But with the buybacks being on Dire, then they're not going to be able to force the fight quite as well. Going to try and chip this down with the illusions. It's pretty sensible. Not going to be able to get that range racks here, and then they might try for this tier 3 bottom as well. If they win a team fight here, oh sorry, I've missed this Chrono. Huge Chrono coming through. It's going to catch up the line, who didn't manage to get anything off. But the Blitz is fine. He's running away. The Doom was used on the Tusk, which isn't really the target you want. There's still this Aegis, I think, on the Windrunner, right? Yeah, he still has the Aegis up. So he's going to blow. They blew a lot of ultimates there. They do have all the buybacks on the Dire, but I think that he's going to be able to pick off the Doom. Blitz is running around here with Shadow Blade. He's looking for a pick. Not going to be able to get anything. If they'd had the Ember Spirit there, maybe they would have been able to do something a little bit more. But while that's all been happening, the Nature's Prophet has almost taken the range tracks bottom. Now Blitz without the Aegis is maybe a little bit far forward. The RP comes through. The Ember Spirit does a lot of work with that cleave, and oh my god, that Tusk. Tusk just disappears. Meanwhile, this has happened. The Phantom Monster's been trying to split push top, but he hasn't really got anything. They are going to be able to take the range racks bottom. So they traded 3 heroes and an Aegis for the range. Wait, 3 range racks, 2 range racks, and a tower, I guess. It's not quite what they want. They just need one of these melees just to give them that advantage. Gonna have to now play it super cautious. Maybe they can get I don't know, a butterfly up on this Phantom Lancer. Take my fertilizer veggies. Now I'm gonna have to look to get in the lobby very soon, which is quite unfortunate. Phantom Lancer just continue pushing these illusions forward, just keeping this pressure on. How's the net worth looking? So it's still, it's XP. That's what I want. Still around 12, 13k. So despite the fact that a lot of their heroes died there, so if they haven't used any of their buybacks, they're still sitting on all the buybacks apart from the line. They just had no luck here with this game at all. Really struggled. He's so squishy. Dies almost instantly to this Ember Spirit now. Has the Ember Spirit gone back for a Rapier? I think he's thinking about it. Should be thinking about it as well because they're quite far behind. Still got all the tier 2s here on the veggies. The bit of cat and mouse here from the Ember Spirit and the PL. Does manage to get the chains on the PL, but he's not going to follow up. Actually, they could be looking to commit forward here from the PL. I've got heroes. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted talking to these guys. So, just gets back there with the easy TP away. But and now the Molini's going to push forward on this PL. Got these illusions up. He should be able to get some decent chip damage on. Just a little bit of damage there. We're going to do very much with the heal up coming in. We'll look to take a fight here. Super cagey. Yeah, I need to get back for this game. Just gonna. I don't have to leave to get in the lobby. But yeah. So they're still pushing here. Just keeping them caged in. They're just kind of bleeding out here. The Dire. The only guy that's getting any last hits is this Ember Spirit, who probably has a very large number in 609. That is a lot. He's just spamming out the Sleight of Fist in these waves, keeping them back, but... Ooh! Faces 4, he got very far forward here, and I missed that. Didn't expect him to be there. An easy pick off there. They have a Hex, they have Silence, they have everything, really. So, easy kill. Now with that, they're going to force at least the buyback out. Yeah, he's going to have to buy back here. He does have it, right? Very crazy not to have it at this point. Two Dooms coming out from this Doom, but he doesn't have any. Doesn't have an axe. This is going to finish pretty soon. Nature's Prophet's going to commit, but meanwhile they're going to go in mid. The PL's just trying to split push it out top, trying to commit, so can create something here mid. I did force the buyback on the Voids. We'll see if they go for another buyback on this Nature's Prophet and try and force something here. Make some chip damage on this melee racks, but obviously going to be able to heal up, so they're not getting much coming through here. It's very cagey. Still Chrono, yeah. So there's still all these ultis coming out. So obviously the refresh is going to be down for a very long time. They know that now. Still a long time for the Aegis though. By the time they've got the Aegis, you will have refresher, double Doom up. And grab. Oh, that's a really nice shackle. Oh, they're going to be able to commit. He's bought back on this Void, but they're terrified. He does Chrono, so he's blown his load there. He's going to be able to easily pew down this Doom. It's going to be an Ember Spirit TPing in. Meanwhile, the Phantom Monster is committing hard for this top racks. Forces are back. I really think they should have gone on that there. So scared, this Veggie Esports team. And PL didn't really create enough space for this PL to take the top racks. If they committed a bit there, it would have even been worth, I think. If the PL, if the Wind Ranger maybe got caught out and just got killed. I mean, if they traded for a couple of melee racks, it's probably worth. But meanwhile, they got really nothing. They just used the Chrono, which he's going to have up, in 60 seconds. It's not that long. They would have been able to kill him for sure on that with that shackle hitting. So I'm very surprised. In fact, if they'd gone in earlier, they wouldn't have even. They had the silence up. They'd have just shackled him with to one of his illusions, and they wouldn't have even been able to get the Chrono off. So I think slight misplays here from the Veggie Esports. They're way ahead, and to be this scared is really not taking advantage of the situation. Lobby. Sorry, guys.
Seeds of fortune.
Double damage.
Sorry, I've got a league game coming up in just like 2 minutes, so I'm just waiting on. Oh, the Doom comes out in the PL. So actually, look. So while they were waiting all that time, they've really got nothing out of it. And the Dooms come back up, and they've managed to kill the Phantom Lancer. So I'm sure that they've been playing this correctly here. Rapier's up on the Ember Spirit, yeah, so he's got a lot of damage coming out. They managed to get this here on, pick it off, grab it on the Nature's Prophet. Sorry guys. Yeah, so the Rapier is out. Gets rid of this Blink Dagger. He's going to get a Moonshard. Yeah, he's got so much net worth. Assume he's top of the net worth chart. Wow, long way, 45k. That's ridiculous. Position he's in. Void is looking for this Nature's Prophet catch here. He's got the Chrono. Gonna use. Doesn't have that much damage, but he might be able to get him down here. Just gonna, yeah, he will. Lucky Bash there at the end. So much gold coming through. Yeah, so now they're just in this position now where they've let kind of these heroes come back into the game, I feel. Void's starting to look pretty dangerous with all these items he's got up. They've all got their ultis up now. And Ember is ridiculously big. With all these items he's got. Maybe look to get a second Rapier soon. All got buyback. They pushed early with that Aegis. They'd have been so far ahead. They'd have easily been able to do it. Just kind of letting the bit here. They're gonna smoke up. They're gonna look for a kill. They know that the Wind Ranger is here, I think. See ya? There's gonna be a Doom coming straight out. Yep. And there's gonna be the Ember